If you had asked me, would I be sitting here today having this conversation with you when I was 18, 19, 20, I would have been like, no. I think I thought there was a different career path. I think I'd always be involved in soccer, but not at the degree at which I have been. We sat down with USYS actually back in September and started to talk about where are there different areas of the game where we're both trying to do the same thing. A lot of it's around accessibility to the sport. A lot of it's around coach development, things like sideline behavior, referee abuse. We just sort of started talking, and the idea came about of, what might be really cool is to do a session at convention where we're on stage together instead of in two different rooms talking maybe about the same thing. And so that led to us putting together a session in which Sari Rose joined Vince and I on stage to be able to say, here are these areas. And so we had a great conversation. We left the room feeling like we were able to accomplish that. Title IX was enacted in 1972. That created more equal opportunity to extracurricular activities for women. And so soccer grew exponentially during that time. It became a more popular sport. I think what we look now ahead at 2024 and we say we're still discussing the fact that we need more women in roles in soccer beyond coaching. And so if there's that much growth in the game, that the number of players has exponentially increased, how do we keep them in the game? And it doesn't necessarily mean a full-time job in the game, but how do we keep them in the game? Are they coming back and coaching in the youth landscape? Are they serving on a board? Are they working as an executive director or an administrator for a club, an athletic trainer, someone who does social media or marketing and communications? They do operations and other types of things. There's the business side of it, there's the coaching side of it, and then you take the level. Obviously at US Club we focus on the youth space. There's other positions at the professional level that people can engage in, and so that's the key. Walking out of the room, being able to go, there are more girls playing and people who leave the game and it was a great experience for them, but they don't come back to it. And how do we get them to come back to it or stay in it? So I think that's a big takeaway for us, and for them to ask how they can start to impact that in their own environment, in their own club, in their own community, wherever they're working in the game. I'm at this convention and I walk through the halls and you just see someone and you make eye contact and you smile. Neither of the two of you really remember where you know each other from, but you know each other. And you stop and you have a conversation, you make the connection, and it just kind of brings you back to that moment in time of where you were when you first met that person and what was going on in your life. So soccer is sort of like that gift that keeps on giving. Soccer for me is a purpose, but soccer for me it's who I am.